Did you know that depression might not just be in your mind, but in your body? For years, we've been told that depression is caused by a chemical imbalance, but new research is uncovering a much deeper connection. Scientists now believe that chronic inflammation plays a major role in depression, affecting mood, cognition, and even the structure of the brain itself. So how does this work? When the body's under stress, whether from poor diet, lack of sleep, chronic illness, or even environmental toxins, it triggers an immune response. And the body releases inflammatory molecules called cytokines, which are designed to fight off infections and injuries. But when this inflammation becomes chronic, it starts affecting more than just the immune system. It begins to impact the brain. Studies have shown that people with depression consistently have higher levels of pro-inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, interleukin-6, and tumor necrosis factor. These inflammatory chemicals can cross the blood-brain barrier and interfere with neurotransmitter production, particularly serotonin and dopamine, which are essential for mood regulation, motivation, and emotional resilience. But the effects don't stop there. Chronic inflammation has been linked to changes in brain structure, particularly in the hippocampus, which is the part of the brain responsible for memory and emotional regulation. Research shows that prolonged inflammation can lead to hippocampal shrinkage, which is often seen in people with long-term depression, PTSD, and anxiety disorders. And it doesn't take years for this to happen. One study found that even short-term increases in inflammation can impair cognitive function, decision-making, and emotional processing. In other words, when inflammation is high, your brain literally struggles to process emotions properly, making everyday stresses feel overwhelming and exhausting. And what's even more shocking, inflammation can actually change how we experience pleasure and motivation. It suppresses the brain's reward system, particularly dopamine pathways, which explains why people with depression often feel unmotivated, tired, and disconnected from activities that once brought them joy. Now, what causes this inflammation in the first place? It turns out that the modern lifestyle is the perfect storm for chronic inflammation. Ultra-processed foods and refined sugars fuel inflammatory responses and disrupt gut health, which plays a crucial role in mental well-being. Chronic stress triggers a constant release of cortisol, which in turn activates the immune system and keeps inflammation levels high. Poor sleep leads to increased production of inflammatory cytokines, making it harder for the brain to reset and heal overnight. Sedentary lifestyles deprive the body of the natural anti-inflammatory effects of movement, keeping the nervous system stuck in a stressed state. And the worst part, many people struggling with depression don't even realize that inflammation could be the root cause. Doctors often prescribe antidepressants, which can be helpful for some, but they don't address the underlying inflammation that's rewiring the brain in the first place. The good news is inflammation is something we can control. By making small, intentional changes like reducing inflammatory foods, improving gut health, managing stress, and prioritizing sleep, we can create an environment where the brain can heal and function optimally. This is why understanding the inflammation-depression connection is so important, because mental health isn't just about brain chemistry, it's about whole body health. So if you've ever struggled with depression or brain fog or felt like something deeper was going on, you might not be imagining it. The science is clear. Your brain and body are connected in ways we're only beginning to understand. What do you think about this? Have you ever noticed how your diet, stress, and sleep affects your mood? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. I'd love to hear from you.